Hi, Sal.
Hey everybody, my name's Sel. Welcome to CleverCajun.com. This is my mom Dana, and we wanted to talk to you guys about Shrimp Mosca.
Hi, everybody.
So today we made Shrimp Mosca, and we posted up a blog about it for you guys to check it out. But Shrimp Mosca has a really cool story from my mom. She's made it for us for years, since we were little, for special events, birthdays and stuff like that. Accomplishments, and we made it today. I wanted to put it on the blog for you guys to see. So tell us about, what is Mosca anyway?
Mosca is a restaurant on the west bank of New Orleans in a little tiny town called Waggaman, Louisiana. And I was introduced to it when I went to school in New Orleans for college. I'm from Lafayette, born in Lafayette, Louisiana, and I was raised in a school of Mount Carmel nuns from kindergarten through graduation in 12th grade. And so my daddy and mama thought they had done such a wonderful job that they were going to send me to this college in New Orleans, and it's an all-girl Catholic college run by nuns. Wow. And I was thinking, I'm going to New Orleans. Right down the street from that college is Tulane and Loyola. And they have men.
That's where the boys are.
I like to think of them as fraternity men back
Yeah.
then. So they didn't know they were sending a wild child along to school in New Orleans. And I'd take the train to New Orleans with 3 other girls who had gone to public school. And we'd play canasta on the way there and on the way back. So that was an easy way to get to New Orleans. Because,
So how did you find Mosca's once you were there?
well, there were some local girls in New Orleans going to school there. Their parents could afford it, so they would send them to the school for Mount Carmel in New Orleans, like I went to, Dominican, and then to the Dominican college. It was a natural progression for some of them. And so their parents would we'd get a friendship going. And one of them had some really rich parents, and they would come and get us, and they'd take us out once a week, 4 of us, for supper. And many times we started going to this little white building way across the river on the west bank of New Orleans.
The best bank.
The best bank, that's right. That's the truth.
That's what they call it.
Yeah. To Waggaman, to Mosca's. And there was no billboard for Mosca's. They never advertised.
Hole in the
Never.
wall.
Well, there was no wall to a freestanding building in the middle of the country.
Yeah.
You know, just this 2-lane highway going down the road with a little white sign outside called Mosca's.
And they had shrimp.
And they had shrimp, shrimp and oysters. They had a dish called Shrimp Mosca and Oysters Mosca. I loved them both, but I really liked the Shrimp Mosca. And so, years later, I decided, I kept going back every time I'd go to New Orleans. I'd make, one of the to-go places was to Mosca's. I'd bring all my friends there, and my husband, I dragged there, and he thought it was a little bit more messy than he liked, but I convinced him that
complaining.
the flavor's so good he was willing to get his fingertips dirty. And so I said I wanted to reproduce that recipe. And you know, when you reproduce from memory of taste rather than thought, taste memory is so much stronger.
Totally.
You're so much more accurate with taste memory than mind memory and just thinking about it. So I would make it, and I'd taste, and then I'd adjust, taste and adjust. For about 3 years, I tasted and adjusted. And it wasn't until I found their secret ingredient that acted like pick a pepper. Pick a pepper hadn't been invented then, but by the time I started trying to recreate it, it had been. And pick a pepper was the final ingredient for Shrimp Mosca.
Pick a pepper is a special sauce, and it's from
Jamaica.
Jamaica. and it is the secret ingredient.
Yep.
You can't make it without the pickled pepper.
It's on your shelves. Pick a pepper.
Mm-hmm.
And it is awesome. You can use it in Bloody Marys. You can use it on steak. You can put it in a spoon and lick it.
Ew.
It is really good. It's strong, but it's good.
Yeah.
You can't have Mosca without that now. So that's the story behind how I got interested in the Mosca recipe. But New Orleans was absolutely exciting for an 18-year-old from a smaller town, because my town then was about 50,000 people. Now it's like 225, because we got a lot of people from New Orleans after Katrina. But back then, we didn't have to worry about safety, you know, in our community, in our small community. And that was back in 1960 is when I graduated from high school. So this was 61 that I went to Dominican. Dominican was 7 miles from the center of Canal Street. And we would walk it on a Saturday morning on the railroad tracks, on the, what do you call it, cross ties.
Yeah.
About 5 or 6 of us would go. One time just 2 of us went. That's how safe New Orleans was back then.
Wait, you went
I went,
to the West Bank?
no,
Oh.
no. We would go to Canal Street to shop.
Oh, Lord.
Because shopping was the big day. And when we used to go shopping when I was younger, in my early teens, you had to wear gloves, heels, nylons, and a hat. I only did that when I went to church on Sundays.
Mm.
But you didn't appear on Saturday shopping on Canal Street without it. It was interesting.
Fancy.
Yeah, it was I wouldn't say it was a better time, because I kind of like now. A lot more freedom now.
But we really hope that you try to make shrimp mosca. It's one of our family's most treasured dishes. And
If you have any questions about it, even to help doing it, contact Sel,
us.
and she will be able to help you out.
Well, thanks for watching our first post and coming over to clevercajun.com.
And bon appetit.